Hello to our viewers. My name is Harold Gardon. I'm the Millennial Wealth Planner. And welcome to the 61st, grabe partner, 61st na episode of the Late Night Tambayan with TPG and MW. So if hindi ka makatulog, no, dito ka na lang tumambay kung saan tayo mag-chill. And we will discuss personal finance and life in general. So partner?
Yes, happy Thursday, everyone. And ayun nga, tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo dito sa Late Night Tambayan. And syempre, dahil yung iba sa atin, nagpapatuloy pa rin na bumabangon. So we are here to help syempre at yung ating mga business owners din na sabay-sabay tayong makabangon. And ayan, papalapit na yung Pasko. And kung naghahanap kayo ng mga gift ideas, ayan, so we also feature na mga pwede nyong iregalo sa mga kamag-anak, kapamilya, o kaya sa mga clients ninyo. Ayan, partner.
And syempre on top of that, no, itong session natin will teach us, no, because the product is about saving jars, no, money saving. May mga tips din tayo matututunan kung paano tayo makakatipid. So again, sabi nga ni partner, no, we are here to serve you, and yung 1 hour, no, na 11 to 12, we can use this to #LearnFlix. And if you want to be featured, feel free to message us, no, kasi naniniwala tayo na dito tayo mga millennials at saka mga zennials magtutulungan, no, in order to succeed in life. So partner, ano pa ba yung meron dito sa Late Night Tambayan?
Yeah, syempre hindi mawawala yung ating pa-GCASH. Just share our live session from TPG and MWP Facebook pages. And mamaya po, before matapos yung show natin, ayan, so nandito po yung instruction sa baba natin. And before matapos yung show natin, we will have a question. And kung sino yung nakapag-share and ayan, yung sagot ay tama, siya ang may chance na manalo ng 50 pesos GCash. And sa TPG po kayo mag-comment o kaya sa community, sa Product Generation community. Sa MWP naman, sa YouTube channel ni partner, sa Millennial Wealth Planner, doon kayo mag-comment. Ayan, partner.
Ayan, so ano pa ba yung sasabihin natin, no? So 50 pesos GCash, hindi ganun kalaki. Pero itong 50 pesos GCash, palagi natin sinasabi, no, you can parang speculate it with Bitcoin. So nung nagsimula tayo partner, parang 8,000 something o 9,000 ata. Below 10,000 na lang para safe, no? Below 10,000 ang Bitcoin. Ngayon po ay nagtitrade na siya at 13,500, no? Kung 60 episodes yung napanood mo, that's more or less mga 6,000 na total na napamigay ng Late Night Tambayan. Maliban pa po, minsan, no, nagbibigay yung mga guests natin ng ibang klaseng gifts like yung 1 year na Canva Pro, no? Kung napanood nyo po yun, maganda po at congratulations kung kayo yung nanalo. So partner, sino ba yung guest natin for tonight?
Yes, so ayan, we have a very special guest for tonight kasi minsan naging kasama rin siya sa team ko, sa Team Prudent Gen. And una talagang nakilala ko is yung husband niya. So, ayun, dati pa ako nag-work sa Ayala Land Premier. And ayun, through kay Ryan, tulog na siya ngayon, kasama ng baby nila. Ayun, nakilala ko din itong guest natin for tonight. And ayaw mawala nung nasa baba. Tanggalin ko lang yung banner natin. Ayan. So ito yung background ng guest natin for tonight. So she is a graduate of Business Administration from St. Paul University, Manila. And ito naman yung kanya naging trabaho. So she was a client solutions specialist before sa San Diego Mactan Incorporated. And right now, she has businesses at isa nga dito yung Jars of Hope. So let's all welcome or give a heart reaction or heart comment. Ayan, ang ating guest, and let's all welcome Miss Jennie Ferreras-Ymata.
Ayan.
Hello.
Hi, Jennie.
Hi.
Ayan. Thank you, Jennie, for accepting our invitation, no? And welcome to Late Night Tambayan.
Thank you too for the opportunity.
Ayan. Siyempre, part dito, no, partner and Jennie, yung natin, no, may tradition tayo wherein we watch TikTok videos to react. And ito yung mga specially curated, no, chinek ng ating The Prudent Generation ni partner. So, yayain ka na namin na manood at makireact dito. Partner?
Yeah. Yeah. So before ko i-share yung ating mga TikTok video, shout out sa mga nanonood sa TPG page kay Sayron Jobli, kay Adrian Legaspi, Hannah Grace Sanfuego. Yan, thank you for watching and don't forget to share our live session on your timeline. And sa Prudent Generation community naman, kay Miss Vange Olarte. Ayan. So, syempre dahil about managing money yung topic natin for tonight and jar. So, yun din yung mga TikTok videos natin. So, panoorin natin itong mga TikTok videos. So, maganda kasi mga Pinoy din yung mga nag-share na to. So, ito yung ating first video.
Who knew how I save my money as a 21-year-old living in the Philippines. So here, as you can see, I was able to save up all my 50s, and we'll bring it up a bit later. So I use this passport organizer, and as you can see, there are like different cards that you can use, and I have one for each one. So I have my leftover allowance, savings, earnings, dollars, and an extra. So this is how I normally save my money. For the leftover allowance, I consider it to be my only spending money. So everything else I don't spend. And then earnings, because sometimes I do sell things to earn money. And then my savings I get from a portion of my earnings, and that's the one I deposit. And then for the dollars, I just use it in case I receive dollars, and then my extra. So regarding my 50s, I actually made this habit of saving all of my 50s. So every single 50 I get, I save, and that's how I was able to save quite.
Yun, di ba? Ang ganda. So, ano masabi niyo dito, partner, tsaka Jennie, sa video natin?
Ayan, siguro ako muna tapos sa next video mauna naman si Jennie. So sa akin this is one way of tricking our mind. Kasi syempre 'di ba pag halimbawa especially now dahil online, lahat ng accounts mo nasa isang halimbawa BPI, BDO or minsan lahat nasa GCash o kung ano man yung virtual wallet. Pag hindi siya naka-separate, yung utak mo parang inisip niya, ay may pera pa ako. And usually, ang tao pag alam mong may pera ka pa, ang gagawin mo doon, gagastos ka. Lalo na pag may sale, tayo'y nabiktima rin yan. Pero dahil si MWP ay meron din parang play jar. Actually, ginamit ko, partner, yung kimchi na pinadala mo sa akin. May time na gusto naming ni Sweetness bumili ng bagong, nakalimutan ko tawag doon, parang organizer, yung dish rack. So sabi ko, sige, every time na magki-crave tayo, instead na bumili tayo, doon natin lalagay doon sa kimchi na jar natin, And yun, nakabili naman tayo nang hindi natin napapansin. So this is one good way of tricking our mind in order for us to save, and set aside money for the future. So yun yung sa akin. So si Jennie naman. Go, Jennie.
Okay. Actually natuwa ako dun sa video kasi come to think na she's 21 years old. And she had that motivation to save money and organize her money using the envelope system. Actually, familiar na talaga siya nowadays to use the envelope system. Pero I think parang iilan pa lang din yung gumagawa. Kasi in saving money kasi and organizing money, parang medyo, for me I had that fear before na parang parang to set aside yung mga like spending ganyan. So parang uunti yung money, 'di ba? For you na i-spend mo. Ayun. Pero best way doon is you will develop the discipline. Especially magiging aware ka na this money is for my savings, this money is for spending, this money is my earnings, this is for bills, ganyan. So, sobrang helpful siya talaga. And nakakatuwa din doon yung habit niya on saving 50 pesos, which is nakakuha rin ako ng idea ngayon na every 50 pesos na meron siya, talagang sinasave niya, which is really a good habit. Ayun, so nakakatuwa and inspiring siya actually for the millennials. Yeah, that's my comment.
Ayan, thank you Jennie and partner sa mga reactions niyo. So, yun, actually yun din yung 50 pesos na pagsisave. Kasi nung college, natutunan ko lang din to sa ka-board, yung boardmate ko. Ang inipon niya naman before is 5 pesos at saka 10 peso coins. So, yung nasa lata. So, syempre, as we grow older, so, syempre, nag-level up din yung pwede nating i-save. Like, siguro yun sa kanya, tulad sa kanya na 50 pesos. At saka, amazing because she is also saving at dollars din, di ba? Kasi ilan lang naman ng mga Pinoy na merong dollars kasi actually advantage din siya and kapag nag-save yata sa bangko, hindi basta-basta talaga na makapag-open ng dollar account. Pero yun, amazing yung yung TikToker na yun, na meron siyang ganun. And siguro, sa mga gusto din gawin yung ginagawa niya, pwede namang dagdagan or ibahin din yung iba kasi parang, depende na rin kung ano yung preference natin. Like, halimbawa, if you give to ng tithes or offering kay God, yun, pwede rin mag-set aside. Ayan. So, yung second TikTok video naman natin is syempre related sa topic natin for tonight, which is about money jars. So, let's watch this second TikTok video.
So in this video, we're going to talk about another money saving or budgeting hack. It's called the Money Jars by T. Harv Eker. The first jar, it's called the expense jar, which is 50% of your monthly income. The second jar is called financial freedom jar. The financial freedom jar basically is the investment jar kung saan yung perang nilalagay mo dito, you will use to invest into different investment tools or platforms of your choice so that it would grow. Hopefully, it would be on your retirement age and you could be financially free by then. The third jar would be your long-term saving and spending jar. It's also just 10% of your monthly income. Itong jar na ito would be used para doon sa mga gusto mong bilhin in the future. Say for example, yung pagbili mo ng kotse, pagbili ng bahay, or even yung mga gadgets na mamahalin.
So, parang hindi lang itong natin video kasi 70% lang to. So, sabi niya dito.
Kaya
Si Jennie muna.
Okay, so managers. Well, actually, I'm so familiar with the managers kasi that's my business. And yes, it's very helpful aside from using the envelope system. But of course, meron kasi ibang tao na mas prefer is envelope kasi mas handy nga naman siya. But other people naman, they prefer the jar kasi mas visible. Ika nga, you can display it at home, ganyan. And then you will see yung mga yung jars na pinag-iipunan mo or yung certain certain savings na pinaglalaanan mo ng money. Ayun. So with regards naman dun sa sinabi niya na 10% sa savings, which is you can actually buy cars or buy house, ganyan. Yes, that's true. Though you can you can parang make it separate pa, like car fund, house fund, ganyan. Para at least more more itemized, ganyan. So, ayun, which is good also. Pero yun nga, 70% lang kasi yung nakalagay doon. Baka siguro yung iba is for tithes naman or for investment fund, ganyan.
Ayan. So, sa akin naman, umattend ako nung parang The Millionaire Mind workshop or seminar ni T. Harv Eker. Last August to, kung hindi ako nakakamali, 2016. Parang 3 days siya na intensive, no? Na 3 days na full day siya. And tinuro to, no? Yung balance, sasabihin ko na yung balance. So, dahil 70% yon, yung isang 10% would be the play fund. So, ito yung sinasabi niya na if you want to enjoy life, di ba? Halimbawa, tayo, YOLO, no? Usually lang, o siguro mistake na natin, ng generation natin dati, pero ngayon feeling ko hindi na, no? Dati, pagka first time mo magkaroon ng trabaho, 80% yung nakalagay sa YOLO, no? Imbis na 10% yung 10% lang yung play fund. Tapos yung isang 10%, this is the learning fund o education fund. Kasi di ba naniniwala tayo na sabi nga natin continuous learning. When we stop learning or when we stop growing, we start dying, no? Si John Maxwell ata nagsabi nun. So it's important that we invest for our knowledge, for our skills, so relevant pa rin tayo, no, after 5 to 10 years from now. And the last 10% is basically giving fund. So kung Christian, di ba, tithes ang tawag sa atin. Pag iba naman, halimbawa, you just want to support a charity or pwedeng giving fund na gifts, no? To, especially ngayong Christmas, no, you can set aside na para pagdating ng Pasko, hindi yung 13-month mo or lahat ng pera mo, parang, uy, bakit naubos? Lahat na sa giving fund. Pero kung nag-start ka na mag-set aside ng 10% from January, no, up to December, mas madali maging generous kasi na-set aside mo na yung money for the giving. So, yun yung sa akin, partner. Ikaw naman?
Yes. So, ang ganda ng mga reactions niyo, hindi na ako magre-react. Pero, ayun, dahil mamaya i-discuss din naman ni Jennie yung kung ano yung mga jars na meron siya. So, ayun. Hindi ko nadadagdagan yung mga reactions niyo. So, ayun yung mga TikTok videos natin for tonight. And ngayon naman, magbibigay si partner syempre ng mga updates. Ayan, partner.
Ayan. So bago tayo magbigay ng updates, no, may comment si Sir Wilfredo. So ngayon daw, dahil nawala yung 30%, 15% daw nasa Shopee, tapos 15% na sa Lazada, no. So mag-11-11, no? 11-11, baka pwede nyo isama yung natin, no, yung Jars of Hope, tama, no? Jars of Hope,
Yeah.
o yung money jars ni Jennie. So sama nyo later, no, di-discuss natin. Okay, bigay ako ng update, share screen lang ako, partner. Okay. So, news natin, no, si Dito. So, sa mga Dito-natics, yung mga nag-invest sa Dito, syempre ngayon, ang taas na dito, no, kung dati pa kayo nakapag-invest dito nung less than 2 pesos, grabe ho yung tinubo nyo. And tignan natin, no, sabi dito, no, catching up on delays, Dito Ice Wider Network by year-end. Kung during the time ata, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, July or August, June na dapat kasi na kailangan nakagawa na sila ng telcos, no? Again, this is the third telco and dapat pala nakagawa na sila ng mga telco towers. Pero syempre because of the pandemic na-delay to. Pero sabi nila, no, hindi ko lang alam kung talagang kaya nila to. Kasi sabi nila by end of 2020, 2,000 towers daw ang matatayo nila.
Wow.
Pero based sa article, ang nagawa na nila, meron na silang 1,532. Okay, so tingnan natin kung 400, yung 468, tama ba? 468 ay magawa nila, no, by end of 2020. And tingin ko rin, no, if this will happen, baka magtuloy-tuloy to stock na to. Sayang, nabenta ko na yung shares nito pero tignan natin kung magpo-pullback, makabili pa tayo. And again, sabi nga naman nila, no, is there a Duterte factor? Kasi ang may-ari nito si Dennis Uy, no, one of the closest friend of our president. Siguro nga, no, may Duterte factor. Hanggang 2022 pa naman si President Duterte. So might as well, I mean, kung itignan mo lang sa finance side, edi take advantage, no, of the last 2 years, no, 1.5 year pala. For dito. So tingnan natin, no, ano mangyayari. So check naman natin PSEI. The PSEI, tama, no, ano tayo nito, partner, nung gumawa tayo ng parang support and resistance at nakita natin na sabi nga natin mukhang mag-aano siya dito, it's either mag-cap, no, parang nakita natin saan ba yun? Ayan. Dito sa area na to, no, it would be the resistance. At hindi na niya na-hit yung resistance, bigla na siyang bumaba. So for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 days, down na yung market. So for me, this is a good news, hindi to bad news na parang, down yung market. May factor yung pag-down ng market kasi na-extend na GCQ tayo parang at end of November. Nag-announce si Mr. President. So makikita natin, no, yung relationship ng governmental policies or ng politics sa market. Pero makikita natin, this might be the next support, the 6-1 level. So, this pullback is an opportunity to buy. Kasi meron yung iba parang sabi, pataas na yung market, naiwanan na ako. So, bumaba siya ngayon, nag-pullback, then this is an opportunity to buy, no? If you haven't bought yet. Again, there's always a risk na it will continue to go down. And if it continues to go down, for me, this is again an opportunity to buy, no? Yung 6,000 level. Pero, mukha lang, hindi ako sure, pero mukha lang na hindi na to bababa ng 6,000 kasi before I'm looking at a 5,500, no, yung next support, pero tumaas na tapos tingnan natin if ever bumaba ulit yan ng less than 6,000, baka 5,500, pero mukhang strong na to, no, tong 6,1 area. Tingnan natin, no. Again, this is just my own opinion and this is not a solicitation to buy or to sell. Hindi rin po to reflection, no, ng opinion ng aming mga kumpanya, pero yun lang po, personal opinion natin. So, tignan din natin yung stock nandito. Hindi ko siya nakita kanina, pero tignan natin anong effect ba no news. May nangyari ba? Ayan, 6.77, no? Nag-steady na siya dito sa level na to. So, swerte ho, yung mga nakabili dito sa mga 2 pesos, no? Sa mga 2 pesos, times 300% growth na po.
Wow.
Nag-times 3 na pala. Times 3, hindi, times 3 na nag-growth, no? And check lang din po natin si Bitcoin. Kamusta na ba si Bitcoin? So, Bitcoin is trading at 13,454 as of now. Yan, gumagalaw po siya, no? 13.4 level. So, sabi ng mga ibang analyst, no, pag na-hit daw yung 12.5, dire-diretso na to. And ngayon, nasa taas na siya ng 13,000. Nag-start tayo, partner, kung di ako nagkakakamali, nandito, no, mga June. So, that's around mga 9,000, 8,000 level. So, 8,000 to 13,000. Tignan natin, at sana makabili pa ako ng Bitcoin para after future na pagtingin natin sa LNT, yun yung Bitcoin yung nagpayaman sa atin. Pero again, this is a speculative asset, no? So you shouldn't be placing more than, sinasabi ng mga experts na more than 2 to 3% of your total net worth. So important pa rin, meron tayong emergency fund, may savings tayo, important na meron tayong InsureVest, meron tayong yung traditional investment before going to speculative investment. Kasi again, hindi natin masabi, no, baka after 2 days biglang bumagsak yan ng 5,000. Huwag niyo po ako sisihin, no? Huwag niyo ako sisihin kasi we can do a really comprehensive financial plan. So message yun na po kami ni partner Bille, no, in order to know paano ba to ginagawa. Okay? So yun lang po ang update natin for tonight.
Yes, thank you partner for the updates sa stocks and sa Bitcoin. And ayan, so before tayo pumunta kay Jennie, shout out kay Mary. Ayan, kay Mary Ruth Ong na naging guest din natin dito sa Late Night Tambayan before. And if you're interested sa mga beauty products for men and women, ayan, pwede kayo umorder kay Mary. Ayan, so yun, thank you again, Jennie, for being our guest for tonight. And ayan, ang una naming tanong ay, ayan, ano mo na yung kwento ng buhay mo, pang MMK o magpakailan?
I'm not aware. Yung pala yung question.
Hindi, paano nagsimula yung Jars of Hope PH?
Okay. Well, Jars of Hope PH is a fruit of faith and prayers. Its foundation kasi was rooted in obedience. Why? Kasi 4 years ago, when I was still single, God gave me visions about jars. And then, I kept on praying and asking God why, bakit may vision na pinapakita siya sa akin na jars. Pero walang answers eh. Walang answers pa nung time na yun. And then, hanggang sa kinasal na ako, and after I got married, we served in the ministry. And then after serving in the ministry, God led us into another, and He directed us to go back to the marketplace. And during those times, I was working at home, and then my husband works in real estate, kung saan siya nakilala. Ayun. So, nung time na yon, as a starting couple, we're having challenges sa finances. And then I started praying to God na sabi ko, Lord, give us wisdom, how to manage our finances well. At the same time, honor you, ganyan. And then, another visions again. And then, yun, pinakita niya ulit sa akin yung jars. So sabi ko, what about jars? Ayun. So, sobrang na-curious na ako doon. So, I start searching sa Google, ganyan. And then, nakita ko doon yung saving money using jar. So, sabi ko, why not? Why not I try to use that nga, or to try it, since I was praying for wisdom on how to manage our finances. And then I started to look around our house. Then I found 3 jars. Tapos, so sinulatan ko siya ng label isa-isa. So first is savings, second is tithes, and then third one is investment fund. So nag-start ako sa tatlong yon. And then every income na pumapasok sa amin, I set aside 10%. So 10% for the savings, for tithes, and 10% for investment fund. And then the rest, we use it for spending, like pambayad sa bills, sa food, ganyan, allowance, kapag malabas, gano'n. And then, so after months of doing it, so na-observe ko, na sabi ko, wow, I'm actually saving money. We're actually saving money. And then at the same time, we're honoring God kasi nakakapagbigay kami dun ng tithes. Ayun. And then, napansin ko rin na we can able to save for investment fund. So that's how I started to pray again. Sabi ko, Lord, how can I able to multiply this money yung sa investment fund? So nakapag-save ako that time ng 10,000 pesos. And then, ayun, during my prayer that time, parang binigay na lang sa akin ni God yung bang word na why not put it into business, ganyan. At the same time, you can able to share your story. Ayun. So sabi ko, okay. God, sabi ko parang, kasi nung single kasi ako, marami na akong naging businesses, pero hindi siya nagsasucceed actually. Siguro dahil nung time na yun, hindi pa kasi ako Christian. So, nagbe-business ako because of my own will. Yung parang gusto ko lang. And then, once na start ko na siya, hindi ako nakakapag-focus. Parang yung heart ko, ibuo. Ayun. So, yung mga businesses na yun, madali siyang nawa. Kumbaga. So, parang that time, nagkaroon ako ng fear na, baka ito na naman, hindi na naman to mag-succeed. Pero at this time kasi, iba eh. Kasi, ang tagal talaga ng process na parang God is speaking to me to actually start a business using jars. And then, yun nga, nag-start ako to create. Yung parang nag-produce ako ng jars for mga 10 pieces yata yun. And then, I started posting in Facebook. Ayan. So, sabi ko, try ko kung may bibili. Ayun. So, nung pagka-post ko sa Facebook, may bumili. And then, I started receiving good comments. Sabi ko, uy, ang galing naman ito, ganyan. And then, napansin ko rin kasi na dito sa Pilipinas, hindi masyadong, or walang nagbebenta ng managers. So, sabi ko, oo nga, no? Parang ako yung first, ganyan. And, yun nga, more than that, yes, comments na nare-receive ko na sinasabi nila na it will become a big help, ganyan, in managing finances, gano'n. And isa din kasi sa nilagay ko per jar, may mga quick guide, ganyan, and encouragement from the Bible. So, nilagyan ko rin siya per jar. Ayun. And, so, Jars of Hope actually launched last April 7, 2018. And until now, we're still doing the business by the grace of God.
Nice.
And actually, through online na lang ako ngayon kasi mas okay sa online. So, you can search in Jars of Hope sa Shopee, Lazada, since na 11/11 sales naman ngayon. Ayan. And we also have Instagram, Facebook. Ayan. So, you can message anytime. Ayan. So, that's the story.
Ayan. So, ang ganda nung story, no? Partner, simula nung, ano ba ngayon? Tuesday? Thursday na, grabe.
Thursday.
Pero simula nung Sunday, no? Parang yung mga story natin, it's about, it's an act of obedience, act of prayer. Alam ko, ang dami natin mga guests na ganun. And gusto ko lang i-share, no? Yung quote na pinost ko, parang last week ata, kay Joey Bonifacio. Parang sabi niya, do you pray for your finances? You should pray you will be able to control it and it does not control you. Declare it is the Lord who gives you the ability to produce it. Pray for wisdom to earn, save, and invest. Pray for a spirit of generosity, realizing it's more blessed to give. So ang ganda kasi, di ba yung parang yung story ni Jennie kanina, okay, pinagdasal niya, nagkaroon siya ng vision. Sorry, naging Bible story tayo pero parang tayo. Kumbaga, yung sinabi niya, no, may vision and then nag-pray siya. And we should pray for our finances, and especially yung sinabi niya story na yung mga nagsisimula na pag nagpakasal, 'di ba? Parang isa po sa mga challenges 'yan, no? Isa sa mga challenges at naranasan din natin 'yan nung nagpakasal si MWP. Pero through the grace of God, no, we always pray din na parang Lord guide us, and parang sabi nga no, God will not forsake you. May plan siya sa iyo. So the money jars can also help you na no to have that discipline, kasi syempre iba pa rin yung nasa isip, no? Iba pa rin yung parang ginagawa. And yun, napakaganda ng story ng money jars. Ayan. Ano ba yung next question natin, partner, kay Jennie?
Ayan. So, and thank you for telling, Jennie, yung background ng Jars of Hope PH. And yan, partner, di ba? May kinote pa, Bible verse. And ayan, nakakatawa because it started last Sunday, di ba, yung story ni Aika. It's also an act of faith. And yun din, kay Jennie, na actually binanggit talaga sa Bible, maraming binanggit na verses about money. So, hindi lang talaga na akala natin more on faith or hope, love, pero actually marami din binanggit about finance or money. And yung next na question, hindi related doon sa sinabi ko na sa Bible. Ayan, yung next na question, maalala mo pa ba, Jennie, kung magkano yung naging puhunan mo nung nagsisimula ka?
Well, I started
Yes, sige.
10,000 dun sa na-save ko from the investment fund using my first money jar. Ayun. Dun sa 10,000 na yun, pinambayad ko siya sa mga product shoots, ganyan, yung paggawa ng mga marketing materials, at saka mga pang-office supplies, kasi nag-set up ako ng home office sa bahay. Kasi since I'm working from home, doon ko na rin talaga set up yung office, yung business sa house. So, ayun.
Ayan. And after, nung sa 10,000, if we can ask, parang mga gaano katagal bago mo nabawi yung kapital?
Actually, sobrang bilis. In just 1 month, bawing-bawi ko na yung capital. Oo. Sobrang galing talaga ni God kasi hindi ko rin in-expect na ganun magiging saleable yung jar. Kasi in-up ko kasi siya sa Lazada and then sa Shopee. And then, pinromote ko siya sa Instagram, sa Facebook. So, I started talaga in Facebook and Instagram. And then, after that, I created a store sa Shopee and sa Lazada para mas malaki yung market.
Ayan. So, ang ganda nung yung isa ring insight na natutunan natin kay Jennie, kasi parang ginawa lang niya, okay, may jar ako, nagsisave. And then, it turned out to be a profitable business na, tama, no? 2018, no? From 2018, after 1 month, bawi na yung puhunan. And then, up to now, no? Even though may pandemic, even though nandun tayo sa new normal, it's still profitable in that sense. And maybe, this can be something that we can learn, na baka meron tayong ginagawa dyan sa bahay, o meron kayong parang, alam mo yun, parang a simple practice that you can share to others, at the same time, earn by sharing it. So, yung next question naman namin, Jennie, is ano naman yung mga challenges na, mga challenges na encounter mo, and how were you able to overcome these challenges?
Okay, so may major challenges na nag-start ako. Of course, building the brand. Yung yung pag-iisip mo ng products on how you can make it more useful, more appealing, ganyan. And then, yung pag-promote ng brand, kasi, of course, starting pa lang ako, I was thinking about, paano ko to ipopromote? Ayan. And then, yung mga pag-create ng mga marketing materials, so I search kung sino yung mga suppliers, ganyan, and then, kung sino yung mga photographers na pwede kong makuha ng sobrang mura. Kaya, everything is a blessing din. Kasi nung time na nagsisimula ako, may nakuha rin ako na photographer from church na hindi niya ako chinarge ng sobrang laki. Kaya, tapos, tinulungan niya ako gumawa nung product brochure. And then, it's super nice. Tapos, ang mura lang ng single niya sa akin. Which is talagang napagkasya ko yung budget na 10,000 for all of those. Ayun. And then, um, ayun, marketing strategies, nagkaroon din ako ng challenges doon, and then production, products itself, yung designs, ganyan. So everything, kasi I started from scratch talaga. Kaya isa-isa ko siyang binild.
Mhm.
Ayun.
Nice, nice, nice. Ayan, ang galing, no? Ang galing nung story, kung paano na overcome din and how we can ask for help from other people, no? So, wag po tayo, sabi nga nila, 'di ba, parang wag tayo mahiyang humingi ng tulong, and there are people who will be willing to help us. And God will provide in that sense, no? At nandito rin ang LNT, no? Kaya nandito rin ang Late Night Tambayan. If you want to promote, 'di ba, you are a content creator or you have a business, feel free to comment, no? So other people who are watching might be able to subscribe din and to share. Sabi nga natin, libre lang naman mag-subscribe, no? O libre lang naman na mag-follow, no? So we can do that. Ayan. Ano yung next question natin, partner?
Yes. So before ko tanungin yung ating next question, so it's shoutout time muna. Shoutout muna tayo dito sa mga nag-comment sa atin. So shoutout kay Jemar Merikilio. So shoutout daw from Commonwealth QC. And kay Gladelyn Ali Kaway. Yan. Thank you for watching. And yan, sa mga nanonood po ngayon, don't forget to share our live session on TPG and MWP Facebook pages. And mamaya meron tayong tanong dito sa TPG at saka sa MWP YouTube channel. And ayun, so yung next question natin ay ayan, so sa mga syempre marami sa atin ngayon na gusto rin mga magkaroon ng business. Ano naman yung mga tips mo sa kanila, sa mga Gen Z at sa mga millennial entrepreneurs?
Okay, my first advice is know your passion and ask God for directions. Kasi it's very important na you know what you want to do and what you love to do. And at the same time, you know what's the purpose of doing it. Kasi syempre, di ba, ang hirap naman ng magsisimula ka ng something na parang hindi talaga buo sa puso mo or hindi mo talaga siya gustong gawin. So, ayun, number one is know your passion and know what's your purpose of doing it. And ask God for direction kasi for sure it will succeed. Ayun. And number two is be prudent. Lalo na tayong mga millennials, parang sobrang bilis nating gumastos kasi syempre we're young, we're earning, 'di ba? So parang yung iba kasing mindset ng mga millennials ngayon, oh, bata pa ako, so I will buy this, I will buy this. Kasi marami pa naman akong dadating na salary or money, 'di ba? Pero like what happened ngayon, nagkaroon ng pandemic, hindi natin inaasahan lahat, 'di ba? So we can also learn from what's happening now, na it's very important na meron talaga tayong savings kasi if may dumating na ganitong emergency, meron tayong paghuhugutan, 'di ba? And ayun, being prudent kasi is it will save us in the future and also yung family members natin. Like yung tinuturo niyo sa the prudent generations na sobrang helpful niya sa mga millennials. Alam ko na millennials din yung mga audience natin or most of your audience dito sa prudent. And ayun, that's my second advice. And sobrang important din na to save now. The best time to save is now, while we're young, while we're earning, habang we have enough strength to work and we have that ability to produce wealth. Kasi syempre, hindi naman din tayo bumabata, tumatanda tayo. So, and then time is running. So, mas maganda, mas maaga, we're starting to save money and investing. Ayun. And, okay. Continue ka lang ba?
Ay, go lang.
And, ayun, number 3 is be diligent. Do not give up. So, kung meron kayong mga dreams na gusto nyo pang matupad, so just keep on trying. Kung kung meron kayong mga sinubukang gawin na hindi siya nag-succeed, just keep on trying and trying. And if how many times you fall, and then stand up lang. Ayun. That's how we will win in life. Kumbaga. So, ayun, that's my advice for the young generations, for the Gen Z entrepreneurs.
Yan, ang ganda nung sharing, no, ni Jennie, na 'di ba, knowing your passion and asking God for guidance. Sabi nga ni Simon Sinek, 'di ba, start with the why. Kasi if we know our why, the how and the what would be easier. And yung number 2, no, yung being prudent na pagtitipid nga. Tayong mga millennials, tsaka sa mga viewers natin na millennials by heart, no, kahit na Gen X na or mas mataas na generation. Pero tingin ko, no, partner and Jennie, pag millennial ka na ngayon at hindi ka pa nakapag-save, dapat mag-save ka na. Kasi, ano yun, no, nasa, yung millennials, yung average, nasa 30s na, no. Dati before kasi 22, 23, bata pa tayo. Pero na-realize natin, no, ang bilis pala ng 10 years. Parang after, nung gumraduate ka, 20s ka, ngayon nasa 30s ka na, 31, 32, 33. Yes. If you haven't saved yet, I think it's very important na ayusin yung finances. Kasi kung titignan nyo, ang bilis ng 10 years, 30 years na lang, retired na tayo. And di ba, parang paano pa natin makakapag-start kung hindi pa ngayon. So, ayun. Siguro sisingit ko yung next na tanong doon, Jennie, no? Wala to doon sa tanong kanina, pero baka meron ka mabigay na parang saving techniques or saving tips. Or maybe on how to maximize the jar and mapakita natin, o kung sample lang ng jar, no? On how we can save yan. Saving tips.
Okay, so I have sample jars here. Ito, emergency fund, which is, tips on how to use this. Actually, meron kasi iba-ibang percentage, depend on your preferences. Yung iba kasi, they use 10%, so they set aside 10% of what they earn, and then they put it sa emergency fund. So yung iba naman, they set aside 20%. So depends on what you prefer. Pero ayun, like dun sa sinabi kanina nung sa TikTok video. So you will just set aside certain amount on your monthly income and then put it in your savings, in your emergency fund. Then ang advice ko rin kasi dito, kapag gumagamit kayo ng jars, since iba-iba siya, di ba? Iba-iba siya ng names. So, mas ma-determine mo mabuti kung saan ba talaga siya naka-allocate yung money. And mas maganda rin na you will open an individual bank account. Like, for example, you will open BDO account. And then, whatever na ipon mo dito sa emergency fund jar, i-deposit mo siya dun sa video account, which is for your emergency fund din. Kasi para at least yung bank accounts mo, organized din siya, and then may iwasan mo rin na magastos siya sa other expenses, 'di ba? So if, for example, if you have video account and then that's for emergency fund, so if ever na merong emergency sa house nyo or meron kayong kailangang paggamitan ng money, at least this video account is for my emergency fund. So dito ako kukuha ng money. And then madali mo lang siya mare-replenish. And ayun, mas madali mo matatrack yung records ng mga finances mo. So that's what I also do. So bawat jars na meron ako dito, meron din akong bank account na separate. Kasi alam ko sa mga bank naman, you can open as many as savings account na kailangan mo, 'di ba? Wala naman sila na parang limitations dun sa sa pag-open ng account. So it's easier for you to Tapos ang ginagawa ko din, so if you already have that bank account, so usually ATM card yan with passbook, ganyan. So you will put labels then on the ATM card na like put emergency fund, para at least kapag nakita mo yung or inopen mo yung wallet mo, you will see na hindi ko to pwedeng gamitin kasi this is for my emergency fund, 'di ba? So ikaw sa sarili mo, you will have that parang discipline na hindi mo siya magagalaw kasi that's for emergency fund. 'Di ba? That's for emergency purposes. So ayun, and kung paano gamitin yung emergency fund jar, same lang din with the other jars. Though ako kasi mas sobrang dami na rin kasing jars kasi mas ano ko siya. Pinaghiwa-hiwalay ko siya. Like meron din akong expenses jar, ayan, or spending jar. So dito mo ilalagay kung magkano, kung ano yung money na for expenses lang, like for grocery, for pambiling ng kung ano-ano, like mapunta ka sa Shopee, ganyan, and may magustuhan ka. So dito mo kukunin yung money, 'di ba? Na set aside mo just for shopping, ganun. So ayun, that's what I can share with you.
Yan. Tama, no? Personally, yung sinasabi ni Jennie na different bank accounts or different accounts sa isang bank, ganun yung ginagawa ko rin. May tatlo akong BPI, no? Nakakatawa. Tapos yung BPI na yon sa isang branch lang din. Meron din ako 2 BDO, tsaka meron ako isang Metro Bank. So, di ba, parang ang dami-dami mong bank, pero at least may kanya-kanya kang purpose. Kung di ako nagkakamali, no, not sure, pero narinig ko to dun sa law of attraction. Not sure kung lahat naniniwala doon, no. Pero sabi nila, ang mundo raw o ang universe, no, pag may empty, gusto niyan lagyan yun ng laman. No, pag empty, gusto niya lagyan yun ng laman. Di ba parang minsan napansin niyo, hindi ko lang alam ako lang ba yun dahil makalat ba ako. Parang alam mo yung pag wala nakalagay dun sa isang space, parang gusto mo siyang lagyan, no, ng space, parang ganung concept. So, ganun din daw yung wallet natin. Pag yung wallet natin, punong-puno ng cards, punong-puno ng mga resibo, di ba parang the universe, parang, hindi, puno na yan, di na natin lalagyan. So, sabi nila, it's good to be organized. So, dun sa jars, no, singit ko lang, di ba pag yung jars, nakalagay doon may label Nakalagay doon sa label na yun, na nilagyan mo, for example, this would be my travel fund to Paris, di ba? At nakikita ng universe, may space, no? I can put money. So you can place money. And tingin ko, though syempre, yung iba sabihin na, okay, digital na mas madali na lahat digitally. Pero there's this subconscious effect na pag nakikita mo na meron ka doon na pinag-iipunan, no, for your future, parang it helps you to save nga and be disciplined in saving. So, ayun. Ang dami ko na naman sinabi. So, partner.
Ayan. So, thank you, partner, and thank you, Jennie, for sharing yung mga techniques in saving money and how we can use or utilize yung mga money jars. And nakagandahan kasi, ayun nga, naka-specify na kung saan talaga ilalaan yung pera natin sa money jars. And yun nga, realization ko din while I create yung mga post before sa TPG, di ba? So, hindi lang naman, halimbawa, sa gastos, for example, papalapit na yung Christmas, di ba? Isa talaga sa magastos din ay during Christmas season kasi maglalad ka talaga ng panghanda. Especially kayo, meron na kayong family, di ba? Kailangan din talaga siya paglaanan o kaya pang regalo din. Like sa atin, di ba, as financial consultants, we also allot gift items or pagbigay din ng mga regalo sa mga clients natin. And then, ngayon, siguro, isang example din is dapat maglaan for a pandemic fund kasi we don't know na meron palang ganito din. And ayan, so i-share ko yung Facebook at saka Instagram ni Jennie at para makita din. So meron na kanina pinakita si Jennie ng mga sample ng jars. So eto naman yung Instagram ng Jars of Hope PH. So eto yung mga example jars. So merong travel fund for shopping, di ba? For online shopping, groceries, tithes, investment fund. And nandito na rin on how to order. Ayan. So, meron ding gold na design and merong black sticker design. So, ayan. Here are the steps on how to order and saan pa mahanap yung Jars of Hope PH. So, ayan, sabi nga kanina ni Jennie, di ba, naka-specify for the car fund, wedding fund, at saka baby fund. So, ito yung maganda dito. kasi hindi siya halo-halo. And ayun nga, sabi rin kayo ng partner ni Jennie na maganda na meron tayong separate accounts for these type of funds. So ito yung IG and ito naman yung sa Facebook page ng Jars of Hope. Ayan. So siguro, meron pa akong tanong, Jennie, at hindi ko rin to naibigay sa guide questions. Dahil, ayan, matagal ka na sa Lazada at saka sa Shopee. Siguro ngayon, merong mga nanonood na sellers, nag-iisip sila kung at saka gusto rin nila i-explore yung Shopee at saka Lazada. Sa tingin mo, ano yung pwede mo may advice sa kanila? Okay ba na pareho na sila on both platforms or pwede mo na kahit sa Shopee lang? Ayan.
Actually, yung Shopee and Lazada kasi, there were like almost the same platform. Ang difference lang kasi with Lazada, for me based on my experience kasi, mas saleable yung jars sa Lazada kasi mas larger, parang mas wider yung network. I think. Kasi si Lazada kasi, they have so many promotions, and then marketing strategies, ganyan. So, mas napapansin ko na mas mabenta sa Lazada. Though, ang downfall lang kasi sa Lazada, you will wait for 1 week for you to get your income, your money. And like sa Shopee, once na ma-deliver na kay buyer yung item, you can get your money right away. So, yun lang yung difference. And then, though si Shopee kasi, mas nadadalian ako sa platform naman ni Shopee. Mas user-friendly siya compared to Lazada. Kasi sa Lazada parang medyo magulo yung platform niya. So, you have to think talaga, parang, saan ba ako mag-click, ganyan. And, mas mahirap mag-upload ng products kay Lazada kasi they have so many options, ganyan. So, medyo nakakalito yung platform nila. And then, one thing din, kay Lazada kasi, kung small business ka pa lang, and then if less than 10 packages or 10 orders yung nakukuha mo per day, hindi ka nila ipaprioritize for pick up ng packages. So you have to go to the drop-off locations, ganyan, na malapit sa'yo. So you can drop off the packages. So you have to make an effort and extra expenses to deliver the jars. Ayun. Unlike kay Shopee naman, kahit na small business ka pa lang, the courier will go to you and then they pick up the item. So less hassle. Pero all in all, both Shopee and Lazada were good. They were okay. And sobrang malaking tulong sila for an online seller like me. Kasi hindi na ako masyadong lumalabas ng bahay, 'di ba? Lalo na ngayon pandemic season. So mas lumakas yung online selling, 'di ba? Kasi halos lahat tayo puro na lang tayo order online. Even the food, everything that we need, we can buy online na, 'di ba? So ayun, Shopee and Lazada were okay, but depende pa rin sa'yo kung ano yung mas prefer mo. So, kung Lazada, kung okay ba sa'yo na you will go out and then drop off the packages, or kay Shopee naman na courier will go to you. Ayun. So, less hassle. Ayun.
Ayan. Ang gandang insight, no? Ngayon ko lang nalaman na may ganun palang difference. So, magandang insight din to sa customer relationship manager ng Lazada, no? Improve your CRM, no? Kasi hindi ko alam na ganun. Pero, syempre, nakikita natin, no? Parang heavy si Shopee sa advertising, and baka pwedeng humabol si Lazada in that sense. So, ayan, yan. Ano po to, libreng marketing research. So, baka naman, joke lang. Libreng marketing research. Okay. Ayan. So, partner?
Yes. At saka, di ba sa Lazada din, Jennie, ikaw bibili ng pouch mo for your items?
Yes. Oo. Actually, yun nga din. Parang mas marami kang ilalabas na expenses kay Lazada. Kasi you have to buy your own pouches. Ayun. Unlike kay Shopee, na yung courier, they will give you free pouches. So, wala ka talagang gagastusin. So, yun yung difference sa dalawa.
Ayun.
Though, ang napansin ko lang din kasi, mas mabenta yung jars sa Lazada. Ayun. And, ang maganda lang din kay Lazada, once na kasi usually, ang umu-order kasi is cash on delivery. So, minsan kasi may mga buyer na they refuse to accept the item. Nag-order sila, di ba? Tapos, pag dumating na sa kanila, ay, hindi ko na pupunin. Or, yung iba naman is wrong address or hindi nako-contact ng rider. So, tendency, binabalik ng courier or ni Lazada sa seller. So, minsan naman, or madalas na nangyayari, hindi na-receive ni seller yung item. Pero, nire-refund naman yun ni Lazada. So, you can, you can still get the money naman kahit na hindi mo na-receive yung returned item.
Yan. Kasi ako din personally, ma-Shopee ako over Lazada. Parang this year wala pa akong Lazada umorder pala ako ng Lazada, kaya lang hindi ko na in-note na dapat within office hours siya mag-deliver. Kasi nag-deliver 7 a.m. Hindi pa ako gising that time. Parang hindi siya nag-try na kumatok or tawagan man lang ako. Tapos, ayun, hindi na siya. Return na siya. Isang attempt lang, tapos return sinabi ko dun sa na hindi man lang ako kinontak or tinawagan Unlike kasi sa courier ni Shopee na tatawagan. Hindi ko alam sa iba na sa Lazada na tatawagan. Pero ayun, after that incident, hindi na uli ako order kay Lazada. Although ayun, may ganun pala insight na mas maraming umu-order kay Lazada. And yun, tama din yung sinabi ni Jennie na sa user interface, ang hirap gamitin ni Lazada. Meron din ako napanood na video sa TikTok kasi nag-survey din siya na parang siya lang ba na sa Shopee lang umu-order over Lazada. And ang dami nag-comment din na maka-Shopee din ako kasi ang hirap gamitin ng Lazada. Kaya ayan, siguro baka may manood dito na taga Lazada. Isang din yun. Pero ayun, mas madali talaga gamitin over kung buyer, sa buyer na site, mas madaling gamitin si Shopee. At saka sa mga gusto naman bumili, ayun, halimbawa sa Jars of Hope, yun din, mas advantage kung mas bilhin sa platforms like Lazada and Shopee kasi minsan, like sa Shopee, kapag Shopee Pay yung gagamitin mo, free free shipping. And kapag Shopee Pay pa, meron ka pang coins na yung coins kasi pwede mong gamitin. Pwede mong gamitin later on na pambili din. So, ayun, di ba? May mga tips, may mga life hacks na kayo.
Yes. And ako hindi ako makarelate masyado kasi pag bibili, yung misis ko talaga sinasabi ko lang, gusto ko nito, siya na lang yung bibili. Wala akong patience. Pero na-try ko yung Lazada, nahihirapan din talaga ako. Compared to Shopee, para pagka-search mo, yun na yun. Yun, binibili ko lang kasi before sa Lazada yung mga policy delivery na envelope na medyo hard. So pag nagbibigay ako ng yung policy delivery envelope na more or less mas sturdy yung dating. No? Yun yung mga binibili ko sa Lazada. Pero yun, ngayon wala kasing policy delivery dahil pandemic, hindi muna ako bumibili. Ayan. So partner?
Yeah. So ngayon naman, syempre dadako na tayo para sa natin. So before yung tanong natin, so na-share naman na natin kanina yung FB or Instagram ni Jars of Hope. So, ayun, partner, pupunta na tayo sa tanong.
Ayan, no? So, make sure na na-share nyo kung nanonood kayo sa The Prudent Generation, yung itong live na to, and then comment lang later. Kung nanonood naman kayo sa The Millennial Wealth Planner, sa YouTube page, Gardon, The Millennial Wealth Planner, kindly like lang, no? Like the video and then just comment. So don't forget, no, Jars of Hope PH, no? Partner, no? May PH sa dulo. Yun yung hahanapin kasi sa Shopee at saka sa Lazada. So ang tanong natin, partner, ano ang Instagram, Facebook at saka Shopee and Lazada account ng ni Ma'am Jennie, no? ng topic natin ngayon. Ano yung IG, FB, Shopee and Lazada account. At syempre dahil medyo may delay, ito, no, partner, baka may announcement tayo while waiting for the answers.
Yes. So, ayan, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung natin career preview. So if you want to be a part-time or full-time financial consultant, our career preview, online career preview pa rin through Zoom sa branch po namin sa Alexandrite 1 if you're accessible sa Ayala. So it's at 7 p.m. on Saturday. And kung accessible naman kayo kina-partner sa Green Hills or sa Fairview, their career preview is at 4 p.m. naman. So Saturday din. So kung hindi naman kayo available sa mga oras na yun, actually kahit anong oras naman pwede.
message nyo lang kami.
Message nyo lang kami ni partner.
Yan,
Yes,
kahit umabot po tayo ng 3:00 ng madaling araw, gising pa po kami niyan ni partner, no? Ako yung nag-aaral at si partner ay gising. So, ayan, may nanalo na partner, no? Congratulations sa YouTube, no? Harold Gardon, the Millennial Wealth Planner, kay Sir Wilfredo Ramos, Jars of Hope PH, and partners.
Yes, so, and before ko i-announce sa TPG, yung nag-comment sa TPG, ayan, I know na open din for resellers ang Jars of Hope.
Yes.
Ayan. So, Jenny, paano ba maging reseller ng Jars of Hope?
Well, you can send me a message through our Instagram or Facebook account, and then I will give you some instructions on how to become a reseller. Kasi as of now, we have a requirement na one reseller per location. So hindi kami nagdodoble ng resellers in one location para maiwasan din yung ano yun, yung parang paglalaban ganon. How you can say it, ayun. So ayun, we only accept one reseller per location, and then if you want to become a reseller, just message or send us a message in our Instagram and Facebook account, which is Jars of Hope PH. So you can search Jars of Hope PH in Facebook and in Instagram.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny. And shinare din pala ni Jenny yung kanyang Shopee account sa Prudent Generation Community. So, hanapin nyo na lang po. And, ayun, tip, siguro if you will order, malaking tulong po sa seller na sa Shopee at saka Lazada. Kasi minsan, yung mga bumibili, tinitignan talaga nila. Kasi minsan tinatanong nila, ba't wala pa umu-order sa'yo sa Shopee? Parang ngayon may factor po kasi yung pag-order kung gaano nakadami yung bumili sa Shopee or sa Lazada. So ayun, malaking tulong na kung over Instagram or Facebook, maganda na sa Shopee. Kung kahit within Metro Manila, and yun sa Shopee or Lazada na lang kayo umorder. Ayan, so
and mas na-advise ko rin talaga na sa Shopee and Lazada kasi mas cheaper yung shipping fee. Compare kung kasi sa Facebook. So, kung within Metro Manila naman, we can arrange lalo. Siyempre, diba, it's more pricey than the regular courier. Kasi kapag kay Shopee and Lazada, usually 45 pesos lang, ganyan. So, mas makaka-less sa shipping fee. And like nga na sinabi ni Bille sa Shopee, usually they have free shipping, which is ako kasi sobrang fan din ako ng Shopee. Sobrang dami ko, lagi rin ako bumibili sa Shopee kasi ang dami nga rin kasi nila mga free. Like, ayun, meron kang coins na nakukuha every time you purchase, and then you can also have free shipping kapag gumamit ka ng Shopee Pay. Ayun. Kaya, mas okay din. Mas makakatipid.
Yung free shipping pala sa Shopee Pay every 12 midnight. So ngayon yan, at 12 noon. 12 noon to 2 p.m. Yes, and 12 midnight to 2 a.m. para free shipping dito sa Metro Manila. And ayan, thank you, Jenny. And ayan, so ang nanalo po sa TPG ay congratulations, Hannah Grace and Fuego. So nanalo ka na 50 pesos, chika. So may message lang kita mamaya. Yan, partner.
Ayan, so thank you, Jenny, for the inspiration, no? And syempre, the words of wisdom, and syempre, sharing din the words of God in that sense. Thank you rin sa ating mga viewers, no, for tuning in sa ating 61st episode. So hope you enjoyed the 61st episode of the Late Night Tambayan with TPG and MWP. Kindly don't forget to follow us in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, TikTok, LinkedIn, sa Shopee, no? Nandyan din po si Bille mo ako, no? My name again is Harold Gardon. I'm the Millennial Wealth Planner, and my partner is?
Yes, thank you again, Jennie, for being our guest on 61st episode of Late Night Tambayan. And yes, sa mga nanonood, kung meron po kayo ding kakilala ng mga business owners, you're welcome. And ayan, pwede rin namin silang i-feature or maging guest dito sa Late Night Tambayan. And ayan, see you again on Sunday, same time, 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. And I'm Bille Temanel, founder and content creator of The Prudent Generation. And kami ni Harold, ang kasama ninyo sa daan tungo sa pinansyal na kalayaan. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Good morning. God bless and keep safe. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye guys. Good morning.